Today, no stars, no voice, because we're doing, well, not the voice, but we're doing Schindler's List. When this movie came out in 1993, it was the movie of the year, absolutely. And everybody went to see it, and I didn't, because I knew this movie. I'm just not the target audience for it. This is made for people who've learned about some of these historical events in school, from textbook, maybe some stories from other people, and they don't know that much, so this is all new. This is all interesting and new. Say entertainment, I think that's probably the wrong word, but it's a historical movie, so infotainment, if you like that. I already knew most of the stuff, or not the specific, but I knew enough to know that I am not the target audience for this movie. So I didn't go and see it. But as time went on, people were talking about it, and some of the stuff they were saying was suspect. So after about 5 years, I decided, you know what, if it comes around, I should go and see it. I don't want to see it, but I should see it. And about 5 years after it came out, it was on Dutch television. Because there was a time when movie came out in the cinema, and about 5 years later it was on television, so like clockwork. Especially movie of the year kind of thing. So I saw it on television. It may have been cut a little bit, because again, that's also a thing that happened. I don't think it matters very much. It is good. Of course it's good. Everybody, it is famous for a reason. It's a good movie. But I hated it. It's a Hollywood movie of historical events, and Hollywood always overstuffs their movies so much. I mean, I'm sure that if Spielberg could have done that, he would have included the Titanic and the Hindenburg. It feels so overstuffed, and the problem with that is that too many things happen to the same set of people. That becomes unbelievable. So the historical events of this movie, the general historical events, they all happened, and the premise of the movie is it's a good idea to show that to the world. The details are the ones that I'm not happy about, but Holocaust happened. For flavor, most of this stuff happens. Did they happen quite in that same way? We can talk about that, but the general greater story elements, they all happened. The most horrific stuff that's in this movie, that all happened in one way, in one form or another. It all happened, and it's known. And if you're unsure about these things, go to the Shoah site and listen to these people talk about. The people who survived talk about, and the people who didn't survive, they can't tell you. The one person who didn't survive, who can tell you a little bit, Anne Frank. Yeah.
And she did not survive.
And she did not survive, but she showed, that book shows her as a normal human being, and then you find out what happened after. Fuck. So, too much happens to these people, to the same set of people. But these singular things, they happened. So that's the problem with this movie, is it's very close to what reality is, but a little off.
Will this movie help in showing the world this must never happen again?
I think so, but then we have this info entertainment element of it. So the movie is listed as an R-rated movie, which I think is absolutely fair, and it's long. But there is this entertainment value to it, which makes me very icky. This is not entertainment. History is not entertainment. History as black as this is not entertainment. And that's literally why I didn't go and see it. This is why I'm not the target audience. I'm not entertained by this, you know. I'm not entertained by it, and if people who think this is information, that's not enough. Go find more. And this should never happen again. It is a warning for never happening again. So much stuff didn't happen to those people. Did it happen? Yes. Did it happen to all these same people? No, I don't believe it. And it gives you the wrong impression of the story. Events as well. There is one moment where I go, you know what? That didn't happen. Elements of these events, I'm sure they may have happened. But the way you're presenting it, it didn't happen. And it's like, supposing you made a film about Great Aunt Mame. And you have a picture of her riding the donkeys in Brighton Beach in 1934. And you have a picture of her getting married in a white dress and all that. Those are facts. But then if you write a scene in which she arrives on a donkey in her white dress at the church, that's not true. That's a lie. So singular, these events happened. She rode a donkey. She got married. But they didn't happen together. And that's what I see in this movie a lot. Or at least once where I go, no, that didn't happen. And that's a problem when you're making a film that is about historical events. If you present them, if your presentation is off, that's a problem for me. And the second thing I really, really, really hated it, and I didn't actually come to a pinnacle point until the actually very, very last scene of the film, where they leave and go to Israel. And they start, the music starts with Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. And I was going, the way this movie has been throughout, been pointing very strongly at, look at this, now feel that. And when you come to that last moment, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav is anachronistic because it was written in 1967. Yes, it is about the war, what happened in Israel in 1948, but it was written so much later. And it's there in the movie only to evoke emotion at that particular moment. To get you to do that, now feel this thing. And since I'm already watching this movie sort of against my better judgment, and I do understand why this is the way it is, and because I've seen this in Dutch movies and European movies about World War II, the sledgehammer way with which emotion is hit over your head, because people don't know what to do with these traumas. These are traumas. And to see Spielberg doing that as well. Also, I did look it up from a point of secondhand trauma. It was not his own trauma. When he was a little kid in, I believe, Ohio, his mother used to get, she was a teacher, get people from these historical events there to learn English because new country. So he got a lot of stories that way and a lot of trauma that way. But, you know, I want to feel my own feels. Thank you very much, movie. A good thing that came out of this movie, Spielberg started an organization to get all these stories, the real stories, on tape. Because, time goes on and people start dying off. The survivors are starting to disappear and the stories are starting to disappear. So he did this Shoah project, first for this, but now it is a general project for writing down history and the last witnesses of things can have a say. So, this movie, I'm not a target audience for it. It's very good, but I don't think this should be your only movie if you're interested in this history. This should not be your go-to movie. There should be others. I'm going to do 2 more reviews, 2 short ones, after this. 2 other films that are worth seeing. I personally, I'm not going to see this movie again, ever. I am going to go see on Sunday, is May 4th, Dutch National Remembrance Day, Dodenherdenking. I'm going to watch that. If you want to watch it, there should be a reflection of it on YouTube. They have 2 options. You can watch the King and the ceremony at the Dam Square at the Freedom Monument. There will be speeches. There will be pomp and circumstance, minor pomp and circumstance. At 8 o'clock precisely, there will be 2 minutes of silence. It will be 8 o'clock our time. I'll put the times here. I'll be watching the other channel. The other channel has the Waalsdorpervlakte procession. No pomp, no circumstances, no speeches. 2 minutes silence at 8 o'clock. I'll be watching that. And that is what I'm the target audience for. And that is my opinion. And I'm sticking to it.